Hi, internet people. So this week's Scream Queens was very hands-on. Yes, that was a terrible pun. Okay, so we got internal monologue stuff from Dr. Still can't remember his name. John Stamos. And we learned that the hand has been keeping him awake and he can't sleep and it's like trying to drive him crazy and like it's messed up his cable package, it's gotten spam all over his computer, it ruined his date with Chanel by oversalting his marinara sauce. I'm assuming it was marinara sauce. And then he like can't perform surgeries because the hand is all over the place. Like, hand. So that was that. The hand is doing a lot. Amy Akuda from the Guild, How to Get Away with Murder, she shows up and is only in the show for like 2.5 seconds. What? Do not put her in a show that I'm watching and then don't give her anything to do. Seriously. She has extra limbs and Dean Munch is like, oh, you can remove the extra limbs, but it's going to be crazy because it's basically like an ingested twin thing. And, I think, is it Holt? Whatever. John Stamos. He says he can't do the surgery because of his hand, and the dean is like, no, you are going to do the surgery because it's going to be great. We find out that the patient has really severe heart failure, which could mean that they couldn't do the surgery, and then Dean Munch is like, no, we're doing it anyway, the heart failure will kill her, anyway, regardless, whatever. So while all of that is happening, all this heart stuff, the heart, because it's a symbolic thing, you'll see. Number 3 is dealing with her Taylor Lautner problems. He apparently knows karate, so there you go. But she's like in love with him, but then she figures out he's the green meanie, and then she still wants to be with him, but then she's like, no, I don't know. And I'm like, seriously, stop dating murderers. Just don't do it. Walk away. Then he tells Nurse Hoffel that he feels guilty, and I'm like, well, you're not a psychopath or a sociopath then, because you wouldn't feel guilt. Like, you wouldn't care. You wouldn't. You wouldn't. So, you're just a person killing things, isn't actually dead, which makes sense. You just thought he was. But he and number 3 are like sort of working on their relationship, which I don't, whatever. But then a couple comes in, and one of the women from Hairspray, who has played Tracy Turnblatt before, I forget which version, but her, not the movie, one of the productions. I think she was the Starbucks barista. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? You should. Which was weird because then they mentioned Baltimore and I'm like, you're totally mentioning like Hairspray things are happening, but Hairspray Live is happening on a different network, so whatever. She comes in with her boyfriend. Her boyfriend is like, he's got like stuff happening on his face. And then they're like, oh, it's dioxin poisoning. They figure that out. They think that she has Munchausen's, which is when you intentionally make someone around you sick so that you can get attention. Turns out, nope, guy is creeped out by her and wanted to break up, so he's poisoning himself so that she would leave him, which didn't work. They get into a huge fight, and she leaves. It happens. But that affects the whole, like, maybe we're gonna be together. Whoa, no. So now Taylor Lautner and number 3 are broken up, but he promises not to kill her or Chanel, which is fine. I guess. The surgery happens, everything is going great until they have to switch the heart, and the hand is like, blah, blah, wrong hand, it's this hand. It's like freaking out, doing the thing back here, and John Stamos is like, I can't do it, I can't put the new heart in, and then Chanel is like, no, tell me what would calm you down as a child, share with me. I feel like it should have been, open your heart to me so we can put this heart inside the body. Anyway, he finally reveals that his au pair used to sing him 99 Red Balloons, and then number 5 is like, oh, that song came out in 1983 or 20, why? Then we get a rendition of 99 Red Balloons, that happens. They switch out the hearts, it's great, it's fine, everyone lives. We still don't see any more Amy Akuda, and I'm not okay with that. Then we jump, oh, a Chanel died to get that heart. Chanel number 10? The one with extra intestines was strangled by her own iPhone earbud things. Maybe this is the argument for why there should be no earphone cords. See? But I actually think Dean Munch may have been the green meanie for that. Like, stole a costume, put it on, killed 10 so the surgery could happen, and not one of the previous ones. But I don't think Dean Munch is an actual green meanie. I think that was a situational green meanie killing thing. Anyway, the surgery happened. It was fine. Then the, like, reporter guy who was there from this major publication is on the phone. He's like, oh, these terrible things are happening. It's the biggest scoop ever. He totally sees Denise in the freezer thing, and then he gets stabbed in the head by a green meanie. So that was that. There was no Zayday, no Chamberlain. Hester briefly showed up for like 2.5 seconds. It was really just the hand. Oh, and he gets a new hand that is not a murder hand, but then in the middle of the night it like crawls over and it writes, kill Chanel. So still a murder hand. Maybe it's in his mind. Maybe it doesn't even matter what hand he has. It's still a killer. Just mental hand thing. I don't know. I really just want to make a lot of hand jokes, and then I was gonna be like, let me hand it to you. That's all I got now. I had hand it to you. Let me give you a hand. Hand off. No. Handshake. I don't, so many hand things. It's behind his back. That whole surgery. John Stamos was doing a pretty good job with the whole like my hand is trying to kill you and me thing. That was pretty good. I don't know. It is the only show that has a new episode on next week on Fox, I think. Its schedule got thrown off with the election and the World Series, so I think they're trying to catch up and get the episodes that couldn't air on before they take their hiatus. I know that Lucifer is not on, and I don't think anything else is new for a little bit. But I don't know. I watch this and Lucifer, and that's really the only Fox shows I like watch consistently, so I don't know. But yeah, no, the hand is not my favorite character though, so I'm kind of sad the hand left. I was really digging the hand. The hand was right here. The hand and I. This is my hand, not the hand, but you know, it's not like I have a hand laying around. I can just be like, hey, look. But no, I don't know. I don't know. The hand stuff was good. I just feel like things are getting so strange again. Every time. I also am not okay with Chanel No. 3 and Taylor Lautner's relationship. None of the things that were happening. I know he's a murderer, but none of the things she was saying, I was like, that is not a positive way to think about yourself or relationships in general. Like, it's not. It's not. There's not good relationship talk, and I did not approve of it. Even if he's not a murderer. I mean, he is, but even if he wasn't a murderer, still not solid relationship talk. Alrighty, so let me know what you think about Scream Queens below. Did you have fun with the hand? Were you digging the hand? But yeah, let me know in the comments or over on Twitter at Kleffnotes. You can find me on my blog, kleffnotes.wordpress.com. I write for the Nerdy Girl Express, thenerdygirlexpress.com, run their Snapchat, the Nerdy Girl EXP, and I post recipes on the iZombie Sport Group site, iZombieSportGroup.com. Ooh, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more, please subscribe. Bye, Internet people.